Hello again. Today I'm gonna show you a game that manifests the importance of bluffs. I made few pretty good ones, which ultimately led to me having great position. My opponent's win rate wasn't that impressive, and his game count also didn't strike me as something to be wary about. I played with my main setup, which I use on this side usually, and I wanted to just find some pieces on the left side. He's doing the same in the middle, and now I at least know that we are gonna play on all of the sides, in the middle, on the right, and also on the left. Now I got a sergeant, which is good. I expected him to recapture me with something, he didn't, so that was good. Also, I thought this might be a spy, or that this might be a spy, or that somewhere over here will be a spy that will find my colonel, which I didn't want to happen, so I went up with my spy, with scout. Scouts, so I went up with my scout to cover my colonel if it would get into it. I found a major, which is alright, and it's interesting that he didn't take me with this, which tells me this is probably a scout or something rather low. I didn't think it was something strong. We are now trading some scouts in the center, which I don't mind. I am now up one scout, which is nice, but I want to be up more scouts, so I went up with some low pieces to get some intel or to gain some scouts. Now this acts like something either significant or not significant. I took a scout, which is nice, and now I'm up 2 scouts, so I might be able to do some good bluffs. And now he took it with major. Here I either could bluff here and here to make him think this is a good piece, or I could do what I did in the game and go right in. I thought he was gonna take me with his major, but if this was actually something really strong, then he wouldn't. He shouldn't do that. So if this was something strong and if he would hit me with this piece, then I can take even this piece, whatever it is, and he's then gonna lose a lot of material. So it's safer for him to move the major or this piece away. Depends on what he values more. So he decided to move with this, and so he values this more. Also, I can't even take the major, so I went after it. I wasn't sure what it was, maybe a colonel, maybe something low, and as it turned out, it was a spy. And taking a spy is really good, and he now has to be really mad that I tricked him and bluffed him with my miner. Also, this is probably a bomb, since he hasn't tried to prevent me taking his spy. Also, since he had spy right here and he was moving right here, I expect this to be the general. So yeah, now we are playing normal game, but I know he cannot kill my marshal. So what I wanna do right now is bluff so many pieces that they are my marshal, drain him out of scouts and low pieces, and only then go in. He now wants to know what this piece is, so I went in. He also didn't move the major, which is interesting. Now this really tells me this is a good piece. I went back and I wanted him to scout it. Scout for captain is alright, but I don't want him to have scouts when I go in with my marshal, so that's why I'm doing that. In most cases, scouting a captain might be good, but in this case it isn't. So I know his major on the left side. I forgot already, and I forgot even during the game which piece it was. You shouldn't forget pieces, but I was so happy that I got the spy that I was not really paying attention to this. But I did remember the major in here, and I did remember that this is a strong piece to watch out for. We're now doing a little bit of shuffling, and I want to bluff that this is a strong piece. I also want to go in with my call for his major to gain some intel. If I would have found his marshal, then I would be very happy, because then I would probably even risk taking this piece with my marshal. I'm pretty sure it's a general. I don't know I didn't know for sure, but during the game I really believed that this was the general. And also, what happens soon is he forgot this captain, and he's gonna scout it again with minor. He before scouted it when it was here, when I bluffed it for the major, and then went back. So him scouting it again is really good. Now I allowed him to take it. I thought it was a major, and then I would take it with the colonel. As it turned out, it was actually not major. It's marshal, so he took a captain, and then I was like so happy. So I took this piece. I don't know what it was, but I was sure it was not it was not a general. I still believe this is the one. And yeah, now we're doing this, and he decides to go in the middle, which doesn't make me very happy because I have to trade it. Otherwise he's gonna trap my colonel. But I got a major for captain, so can't complain. Now, if I remembered his his major over here, it would have been good, but I didn't. Now, also he traded it. I have no idea why. I still believe this was his general. And since I believed it was here, I went in for the major. I thought this was the major, but yeah, my memory really disappointed me here. So I had no idea which piece it was. But I knew that these two pieces moved, so I went after it. Now, he moved away with this piece, which made me think this was the major. So I was like, okay, at least now I know which the major is, and I can use the 2-square rule to find it. Sorry, to capture it. Now, using the 2-square rule, I was able to, but as it turned out, it wasn't a major, it was a colonel, which really surprised me. Now, I wanted to scout this piece because I believed it was the general, and the capturing the major is just not gonna go away. And it was a colonel, which made me really happy, so now I can even go anywhere I want with my majors. I now started taking everything that moved. I forgot that this has moved, at least I wasn't sure in the game. Oh, sorry, I actually went for it with my major because now I believed, okay, no, neither one of these pieces was the major, so this must be it. So I took a think to make sure I really know what's going on, and I was trying to decide also which one of these was the major, whether it was this or this. So yeah, here I finally went for it, and I thought we are just trading the majors, and it was just a minor. So I was like, wow, where is his major? I really thought I got it here. So I thought, okay, this might be it, or this might be it. I had no idea. But I knew that somewhere over there was a major, which meant he had one more major to play with. This was okay. This was a scout. So I thought I was gonna bluff it with my spy, because this is now a useless piece, and I wanted to bluff it that it can capture his his scout, and then find either what this piece is or what this piece is or just something over here. I wanted to know mainly what this piece is because I wanted to find that major. It now may have not been the smartest thing to do, but I was a little bit obsessed with finding the major because I was very unhappy that I forgot the piece. I usually don't forget. I have few methods with which that I trained to not forget the pieces, and it really frustrated me that I forgot it. In the meantime, he's scouted the bomb here, which isn't such a big deal because now I'm probably gonna win. I'm up a lot of material, and also now I realize that my major here is big liability. So I hit the piece that was here with my lieutenant, thinking that I was gonna lose the lieutenant, but I didn't. So at that moment, but I knew I was gonna lose it here because of the because I can only choose one piece to save, either the major or the lieutenant. And now I went for this piece, and I was like, okay, if this isn't the major, then what it is? It has to be it. And here my opponent was probably frustrated a lot, so he exercised his right to do 2 square rule, which will lead nowhere. And in the next few minutes he did it about 5 more times. So yeah, sometimes this player, I mean, they just want to try it, thinking, oh, maybe he will forget or something. But yeah, it's just annoying. You shouldn't do that. It just takes your time just as well as your opponent's time. And I actually found the major. I was happy about it. So now I can finally move on and do something, well, a little bit more productive. I found the bomb, so I thought, okay, maybe he might have a corner flag. I wanted to bluff my colonel as a miner. To threaten to actually capture, well, to get rid of the bomb and capture his flag. He didn't pay much attention to it, so I figured it's probably not a bomb. Also here he went around my major, and I figured that if it was major, then he would have traded it. If it isn't, then, and he would just wants to go down, then I'll get another chance to capture it, which is what happened. And it was lieutenant. I mean, I'll take every piece he gives me. I won't mind at all. Now, since I am up a lot of material, I figured I can test it, whether this actually is his flag or not. I was okay with losing 1 miner. I will have 3 more left, and he's down so much material that it probably won't even matter. And here you'll see how my opponent will exercise his right to do the 2 square rule. I will speed it up a lot because, yeah, he tried a lot. He tried it as much as he could. I don't think I played against opponent that would do it this much. Okay, and yep. Now he finally ran out of the tries. He just doesn't have any more to do. And I found lieutenant, which is great because I'm just gonna capture that piece. He can't really stop me. And here we go, here it is. I could now capture the piece in the corner, but I thought there's a chance it's a bomb, and there's no reason for me to risk it. So I now went with my major in, and again I made sure that he can't use the 2 square rule to win it. I also prepared another miner for the bomb that I already knew, and I wanted to use it also as a scout. So getting rid of bomb and also using it as a scout, I thought it was good. I was not sure whether to take this. It might be a bomb, but I didn't want to lose that miner. So I thought about it for a while and then decided that it had to be bomb. Otherwise he would have moved it already. Yep. So yeah, now I went for the next bomb, and he's already gonna be, well, he will already not have 2 bombs. So it's just gonna be easier for me to convert. Also found another one of his miners, so we are now even on miners. Also here I made a mistake. Yeah, instead of capturing the miner, try to think for I don't know, at least few seconds what would be the correct move. There's only one, like the best one, to convert the game as easily as is possible. If you haven't found it yet and still want to think about it, pause the video. But the right move is to go on the right with the general and keep his general trapped, so he will have to move a lot of his pieces, and eventually you will just overpower him with colonel and major that he won't be able to kill. But I didn't realize it at the time, or I just didn't care. But few moves later, my opponent gave me the chance again. And here I looked at the general when going up, and I was like, oh, I could have trapped it. Anyway, that didn't happen. And I tried to trap it now, but he realized it too. So I just tried to get my pieces in position, and he's now going again for my major. I am not gonna give it for free. Yeah, and now I was a little bit afraid that this is his miner. It wouldn't really make much sense that this was a miner, but I didn't want to take any risks. And if he would have gone down, then I would have to use my sergeant to make sure that it's not gonna lead anywhere, and that would create another target for me, and also it would make pretty clear that this is my flag here. So whatever it is, he should have gone down with it, but he went up eventually, which made me way calmer, because I could also win the piece, or if it was a major, I could trade it. He can Lotto here. There's pretty good chance that he will go in a bomb here, so I wouldn't mind it at all. And I got another lieutenant, so now I am even up lieutenants. So yeah, this game is already almost finished. And yep, if he will make one more move on the left, then I will be able to trap him. Now I didn't forget about it. And the game is basically finished. I think that he's gonna just try some nonsense. Oh yeah, he now goes down with major, but I will go with my colonel there, and he will not achieve anything. The game is just over. And if I remember the game correctly, he will eventually go in a bomb right here, and that will seal the game, and he will resign after it. Also, even when you're winning, you still never want to give anything for free, even if it's as low as scout. And now he hit a bomb and resigned. So that was to this game. I think the bluff with the miner was pretty instructive. I could have also hit down and hoped I would find his flag, but I figured that I might find out what the piece he was trying to protect was. So I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something, and see you next time.